Hi. Uh-oh, I'm getting some kind of notifications. Hi everyone. Welcome to our live Q&A. And first, before I say hi to everybody, I want to just let you know that what I'm going to do is mute you guys in about 5 minutes so you won't hear the commotion that happens when Jeff gets home. The dogs are really antsy. The cats are kind of going a little crazy. And so I closed the garage door and I put the dogs out in the garage because Jeff's like going to be home in like 5 minutes. So I'm sure they're going to bark. And when they do, I'm going to hurry up and try to mute myself so you don't have to hear that. Okay. And then he'll let them out and then they'll come in and they'll be okay. All right. So, hi everyone. I'm so glad to see you guys. Hi, Missy. Hi, Wendy. Wendy says, I love Louise and Jeff live dream team. Well, Jeff will be here, but he is not, we're not doing Tasty Tuesday. That's next week. But today is the Q&A and we can just chat and I can answer any questions that you may have. Hi, Dawn. Welcome. This is Dawn's first live. So, Dawn, just so you know, I go live every Tuesday and they alternate. So, one Tuesday is a live cooking show with my husband, and then the other one is a live Q&A with just me. And the reason is that Jeff works 12-hour shifts, and so he doesn't get home until about 7 o'clock every other week or 7 o'clock in the morning on the other week. So he's on a week, off a week. It's kind of weird rotation, but we make it work. We make it work. Hey, Mary, how are you? Oh, I'm sorry you're not feeling well. Well, hopefully you'll make it back, but if not, you can catch the replay. Hey, Larry, good evening. Hi, Craig. How are you? Hi, Tico. Hey, John, good morning. How are you? Hey, Dawn. Hi, Joni. Hi, Jen. All right, John says we love the commotion. I'm not sure everybody agrees with you, John. It can get a little much. Hey, Adam, how are you? Hi, Leanne. Hi, Rita. Hi, Jacqueline. Oh my gosh, there's so many people. Hi, Christy. How are you? Oh, good. Christy's got a lot of questions. Fire away, fire away. Hi, Sue. Rita. That is so awesome. A couple of years ago, I messaged you about a recipe and you spent so much time making sure I understood everything. I love you so much. Oh my gosh, I love you too. And I'm so glad I helped. I don't remember the exact specifics, but hopefully I will spend time with anybody that needs help. I mean, I always hope I have the time to do that. But I'm so glad that I was able to help you. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Lizzie. Hi, Gilla. Hi, Billy. Oh my gosh. Welcome, Billy. It's Billy's first time. Welcome, welcome. April. Okay, so I love this. I totally pulled a U. I've got to read this, right? I have an unknown pepper plant and I have no clue what it is. Guess I'll find out if it's sweet or hot when I fix it up tomorrow. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That is so true. I tried to be organized when I was planting my garden and I thought I was going to know what all these varieties of tomatoes were and all these varieties of peppers. No. I had no idea. So I just had to cut them and taste them and roll with it, right? So funny. All right, guys. So I do have like a little bit of, I have a question for everybody. Number one. Number two, I have an announcement to make. So my first is kind of a really off the wall, funny question, but just in case somebody might have experienced this, and it's not food related, it's cat related. I have a kitten, and the kitten is probably, I guess, oh my gosh. Well, when do you get them? 3 months old, 6 months old, maybe even a little bit older. And she's perfectly normal. She eats, sleeps. I mean, she plays like a kitten. She's not quite as active as our other kitten who is from the same litter, but she will lick the walls or she will lick plastic. I asked my vet about it and they never heard about it. Never heard of this. I've had cats my whole life. I've never seen anything like this. It's not seizure activity. She literally will go to the wall and lick it for several minutes. So if you guys have ever had a cat, and then I've got another hyper cat down here, but if you've ever had a cat that did that and you know what it is, will you please let me know? Because I just told my husband that we're going to have to take her to a specialist or get some blood work or something. Okay. That's my question for you guys. My husband is Skyfocal and he says 7 NOS. Maybe that means 7 minutes. He'll be here. Okay, so now my announcement is for everybody that has enrolled in the Ninja Foodi online course, which is a course my husband and I put together. It has like over 100 videos in it. It walks you through every single thing that I could possibly think of that you could ever want to know about the Ninja Foodi. And it's been updated now with the one lid model. So there's directions for all of that as well. So today I launched a community that goes with the course. Okay. So it's not Facebook. It's not, any other type of community. It literally is attached to the course and you get to it through the course. And so I'm super excited about it. I sent out an email and I just want everyone to know, if you have it, check your email and log on and come on into the course. And we're going to have our first live December 3rd, which is Sunday at 2 p.m. Central Time. And so even though I have people, because there's like over 2,000 people in the course. So I have people that have taken it years ago. What I'm going to do is start off with doing periodic lives based on the sections. And then so even if you've already taken it, if you just want to join in for the lives, just come on into the community and do that. All right. So that's my announcement, my question. And now I'll get back to the comments and stuff and say hi to a few more people. Sue got the link. That's great. Dawn has a question. I'm going to put that up because I'm going to answer that first. And April says her peppers were mislabeled. It was supposed to be a bell pepper and it didn't grow like a bell pepper, right? Hi, Melinda. Hey, Skip over in Germany. How are you? My goodness, what time is it there? Must be late. Okay, so let me answer this question. Then I'm going to read through some comments because I think some people have answered me about the cat, and I think I'm in agreement about deficiency. All right, Dawn, I have a question. Which Ninja do you like better, the Speedy or the Combi? Oh my gosh, that's putting me on the spot right now. The Combi, which is funny because I didn't think I would have. But I like the way you access it better. And the Speedy's a little small. And now the Combi's smaller than I thought. I'm sorry, I got to turn my phone off because I keep getting notifications. The Combi's smaller than I was hoping it would be. But there's something about the way it's designed that I just feel like I like better. But I haven't done a lot of cooking with it. I've made a lot of bread in it, and I love that now. But you are limited in the size of bread that you can make. So you can't make like a 4-cup loaf. It's not going to work. 4 cups of flour. You have to really limit it to about 3 cups of flour per loaf so that it doesn't rise up too high. Same issue that we have with the Ninja Foodi or the Ninja Speedy if you wanted to use the steam crisp is the fact that it will rise up and it get too close to the heating element and it gets a nice dark burn spot on the bottom, on the top. But what I really found super wonderful about the Combi, which I've only really made bread with it. But this is going to go for anything that you do, is the evenness of cooking. It far surpasses the Ninja Speedy and the Ninja Foodi for all over browning. So like, for example, when I do bread in the Ninja Speedy or the Ninja Foodi, and I'm using steam crisp, I usually have to flip it over so that the bottom gets nice and crusty if I'm doing a nice crusty loaf of bread. In the Combi, I don't have to do that. And that's just because of the way it's designed and the way the air flows underneath. So I'm really pleased with the Combi. I really am. But I just made lasagna in the Speedy, and I was pretty happy with the way that turned out as well, using steam bake, just layering it right in the inner pot. And that worked out pretty well. So I think all the appliances have their pros and cons. If I was still only to get one appliance, it would be the Ninja Foodi pressure cooker and air crisper because it does everything. Second would probably be the Ninja Woodfire outdoor grill and smoker. That would be probably my second go-to. But I am really liking the Combi. Okay, so I'm happy to follow up if anyone has any follow-up questions on that. Okay, so let's see. So Gilla says that her cat licks her face constantly. Yeah, I've had cats that do that too. But this is different. So this isn't the same thing. Hey, Crystal, how are you? Yes, Louise. Yes, Crystal, I'm fine. I just got your emails today. I feel terrible. I did not have a chance to respond because I was launching the course community today. So I didn't have a chance to do that, but I did go through and I had, oh my gosh, 1,057 emails that I thought were spam and they weren't. So, well, most of them are, but yours were in there. So, yeah, I get so many emails per day, mostly from, when I say spam, I don't mean spam. I mean things that I guess I've signed up for at some point, or something. There's all these notifications, especially with all the sales going on with all the stores and everything. Like, oh my gosh, so many emails. So I apologize. I did get them though, and I am going to respond to you. Leanne, that's what I thought. So Leanne's talking about the cat. Yeah, I think something's going wrong. Something's not right. Hi, Patricia. How are you? All right. Let's see. Yeah, John, I'm in agreement. I think that too. So everyone's pretty much saying probably some sort of an iron deficiency or some sort of a mineral deficiency. Hi, Lynn. How are you? Oh, Joni, thank you for the plug. The course is amazing for anyone who hasn't taken advantage of it. It is pretty amazing. I'm really pretty pleased with it. Hi, Christopher. How are you? So Christopher says, hi, I've been really busy lately, but I still tune in whenever possible. I appreciate that. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I did. Thank you. I hope you did too. I just purchased my second Ninja and the Ninja Pro all because of you. Thanks for getting me into it. That could be like one of those things like, yeah, thanks a lot. But I hope you're enjoying them for sure. Oh, Dawn, this is such a good question. Is the Ninja Foodi one particular machine? Well, in a normal world, it would be. Look at my hair. Oh my gosh, it's falling out. No, falling out. I don't have a bobby pin in it. In a perfect world, in a normal world, the Ninja Foodi would be one appliance. It started out as one appliance. It was the Ninja Foodi pressure cooker and air crisper. So everybody called it the Ninja Foodi. And we didn't go Ninja Foodi pressure cooker and air crisper. Well, then Ninja Kitchen came out with, I forget what the second thing was, but they came out with a second appliance and they called it Ninja Foodi. But this would be, let's say, indoor grill. Then they said Ninja Foodi hot and cold blender. Then they called another one Ninja Foodi flip oven, Ninja Foodi XL oven, Ninja Foodi, and it just kept going. There's a Ninja Foodi, I think there's a Ninja Foodi blender. I don't think there's a Ninja Foodi coffee maker. There's a couple of Ninja Foodi blenders, I think. Anyway, so they took the Ninja Foodi and put it on all these appliances. So now it's like super confusing. So there's tons of different Ninja Foodis. So you kind of need to know what appliance it is. So in the Ninja Foodi pressure cooker world, there are 3 sizes and probably about, I don't know, I'm going to estimate 20 some different models between colors and styles and buttons versus knobs and 1 lid versus 2 lid. There's a lot to it. And then with the indoor grills, there's several different models of those as well. Wood fire. Now they've gone into the Ninja wood fire. So that's another thing. And they're calling the oven a wood fire and the grill a wood fire. So they're getting that a little confused too. But anyway, that is on them. I don't run the company. I think it's really silly that they did that, but they did. So it's not one particular machine. There's a lot of different versions of it. But the Ninja Foodi pressure cooker and air crisper is the one that I do the majority of my videos with. And Christopher says that his cat licks plastic bags. And that could be for sound too, as well as the texture, which for anyone tuning in late and you're like, why in the world is Louise from the Salt and Pepper talking about what a cat is licking? It's because I have a kitten that's licking the wall. And in the beginning of the live, I asked people if they knew what that could be from, because it's kind of weird behavior. And my vet, well, the vet tech didn't have any idea. I'm thinking it's a mineral deficiency, and it seems like everybody else does. But as far as plastic grocery bags, that could be a little bit different, because I've had cats that will play and then lick the grocery bags, and that's a little bit of textile and the noise and the fun of it, right? But standing and staring at a wall and licking it is very abnormal in my experience. Hi, Renee. Don't worry about being late. Glad you're here. Okay, and Larry got the email. That's perfect. Hi, Kenny. How are you? Rachel. Okay, good question. I signed up for the course the very first time you offered it, but didn't receive an email. Yes, if you log in, you're going to see the course is now in your library, in your pantry. I'll call it what? The course pantry or something like that. You're going to see that the community is in there, and you can click on that and navigate over to it. And there's an easy way to get back and forth between the course and the community. So I really liked the way that it was kind of seamless to go back and forth. We're going to be doing a live orientation for the community inside the community on December 3rd. So hopefully you can make it there. Linda, okay, I just missed your announcement. I'm curious. I announced that if you had purchased the Ninja Foodi online course from me, that you now have access to a private community that's linked to the course. So it's a way to be engaged with people that are going through the course and with me, so that if you need help or support along the way, it's easier to get to. It's easier to get to me, because Facebook's a little nutty, right? And people try to rely on Facebook, and even email isn't that accurate, because I've got a lot of emails going into spam that shouldn't be. So anyway, I just started the community today. And so that's what I launched. So I'm really excited. Okay. John got his emails. Perfect. So good. Okay. What is a combi? So Lynn, the Ninja Combi, I'm sorry, I've got it. My eyelid is itching. The Ninja Combi is a different version of the Ninja Speedy. It has all the same features. I think it might have a few extras though, as the Ninja Speedy, but the Ninja Speedy is square. The Ninja Combi is more rectangle. It's more oven-like, and it works like you could use it as an oven. You can toast in it. You can make grilled cheese in it. They say you can even saute in it, because it's got a bottom and a top heating element. So you could engage the bottom heating element and put what you want to saute in the pan. But honestly, that's going to be a little cumbersome if you ask me, because anytime you have to stir, you're going to have to pull the tray out and stir it. So I don't see big advantages there, but it's just one of the newer versions of the Ninja. But this one's a combi. So they've got the Ninja Speedy and now the Ninja Combi, but they're very similar. They don't pressure cook, neither one. Okay. Robin, hopefully you heard it. I don't want to keep repeating about the course and everything, because I know not everybody has it, but basically, yeah, hopefully Robin, you heard it when I just repeated it. If not, ask me in a few minutes and I'll go over it again. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So April, thanks. April said she's heard of this in cats before. Bored, thirsty. I thought thirsty, but there's plenty of fresh water. Well, yeah, I'll think about that, because maybe she doesn't like the water fountain, because I like my cats to have a water fountain so they have fresh water all the time, but maybe she doesn't like that. But there is the dog water that's not in a fountain, that she could drink that. But anyway, okay. Oh, MB. Okay. I'm not going to read that on air here, but thank you for letting me know that. That is kind of one of the things I was worried about, but I don't think she goes into a trance, but I was a little bit worried about seizures. Okay. Let's see. Yep. The dogs are barking. Yes, yes, yes. All right. John, I'm definitely going to get some blood work done. Crystal, no, I'm never going to be upset with you. My goodness. Okay, April, yes, I did read about that pica, but I would think, and I'm a nurse, so I've actually had patients with pica, and I would think that she would be eating other things. Anyway, I don't want this to get all about my cat, right? I just thought I should ask because, you guys, everybody knows different things, and so just in case somebody like, oh yes, I know this. All right. Yes, Lynn, you should have gotten an email. Check your email. And if not, you can access the community through your course or send me an email and we can talk about it. They don't let me like resend emails very easily. So, Larry, you and my husband both. So Larry says, I'm still hoping for a Wi-Fi capable one lid. Yeah, that would be really nice. I would like that, especially if it has a probe and so you could set it all up and then, I could be in my office working. Whoa, what was that?
I think George tripped over it.
Oh, well, I was testing a recipe and I could keep an eye on it, but anyway. And Jeff keeps saying they're going to come out with a Wi-Fi version. They're going to come out with a Wi-Fi version. And I was waiting because they just released a whole bunch of new ones and they haven't. So I don't know. No new Ninja Foodi pressure cookers that I've seen yet. Maybe before Christmas. I don't know. We'll see. First of all, I kind of hope not because it took me, and I'm still not totally done. I still have a few cooking videos that I want to do in the course, but it took us how long, Jeff, after the one lid came out to do all those videos? Another year, at least.
Yeah.
At least another year to do all the videos for that specific model. Just a lot. So if they come out with a new one, it's going to be an add-on to the course. I'm just going to have to add it on because I can't keep putting these videos in. It's getting a little overwhelming, I think, for everybody. There's just so much information in that course. Okay. Let's see. So, Dawn, my course is just for the Ninja Foodi pressure cooker and air crisper. So it's not for the Combi. Although what Jeff and I have talked about is doing mini courses for the other appliances. The Ninja Foodi pressure cooker and air crisper, it's complicated, right? Because there's the pressure cook feature and there's all the different functions. But when it comes down to the Speedy or the Combi, they're pretty easy. And if I just concentrate on one, I can do a little mini course. So we've talked about that for the wood fire grill, talked about that for the Combi, the Speedy, and maybe even the indoor grill. But I think the indoor grill is pretty easy. I think the Combi and the Speedy, they would be two different courses. But I think that they would benefit from a course just because there is some things to learn about when you're cooking in both a moist and dry heating environment. When something switches from moist to dry, like the Ninja Foodi does, the Ninja Speedy does, and the Ninja Combi does, it does change the way you think about cooking a little bit, and it makes it quicker. And I mean, you can get really amazing results when you do it correctly, but not everybody's used to that type of cooking. So I think they would really benefit from it. And then the wood fire, I just think is one of the coolest little smokers that I've ever seen. So I'd love to do a little course on that, but we'll see. First, just let me finish the one that I've been working on for 4 years, right? And get that up and running and moving along smoothly. Hi, Robin. I know I addressed you before, but I'm not sure if I said hi. And happy holidays to everybody. And Barbara, they do have a fountain. I'm wondering if that's maybe the one cat doesn't like it. Okay, let's see. All right, I'm gonna go by all the cat comments. Thank you, though. I appreciate them all. So April has all of her different appliances. So she names them all. So she doesn't call them the Ninja Foodi. She calls them the spaceship, which is the hot and cold coffee tea maker. The Beast, which is the pressure cooker. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. The Master's, the indoor grill, the blenderizer, and now number 7, which is the Speedy. That's so funny. That's so funny. Well, thank you, Robin. Robin says, I look very nice today. I feel like I'm kind of a mess, really, honestly, but thank you. Appreciate that. All right, let's see here. Rachel, the live on December 3rd is at 2 p.m. Central Time. And so you'll have to convert that. If you're in the course, you can set your time zone. So it might show up for your time zone if you've set that in your settings. Barb says she loves her combi, but recipes are hard to come by, but I'm getting it down pretty good. Yeah, definitely. You can use Speedy recipes in it with just sometimes a few little tweaks. So Adam, that's a good question. I ordered the Ninja Professional Plus food processor yesterday. Do I have any experience with the Ninja food processors? I just got one the other day. Well, I didn't just get it the other day. I got it a couple months ago. But I just used it the other day to process some leftover ham because I wanted to make ham spread. And I don't know if I have the exact one that you do because there's tons of different models, but I know it's one that came with blades and it's pretty big, right? And I don't think mine comes with a smaller attachment, which might become a problem if I'm trying to do small things, but it's a pretty big food processor. It worked great. So I used it once. It worked great. I mean, it did exactly what I wanted it to do. It ground up that cooked ham perfectly for ham spread. So I think you'll like it. But I haven't used any of the blades or anything yet that comes with it. So, because I've never really been a food processor user. Like I cut everything by hand. I don't know. That's just old school, right? But when it comes down to ham spread, turkey spread, things like that, it's much easier to do in the food processor. So, Wendy, let's see. What did you miss? I don't know. We talked about cats licking walls. We talked about the course. We talked about different ninjas. So we talked about a bunch of stuff, but nothing too important. That's awesome, Christopher. He said he cooked Thanksgiving dinner in his 2 foodies and absolutely love them and don't really cook with anything else these days. I don't either. I mean, like yesterday I wanted to do something. Not yesterday. Jeff, when did I make the lasagna? 2 days ago? When did I make the lasagna? 2 days ago? Saturday. What is today? Tuesday? Oh, 3 days ago. Yeah. And so I used the Speedy, but ordinarily I would use the Foodi. But I used the Speedy because I wanted to try it out because I want to try to get some recipes out. It's kind of hard for me. I'm kind of juggling because I feel like I don't want to let the Ninja Foodi community, the Foodi pressure cooker and air crisper community down by like not doing recipes. I don't want anyone to think that I'm not cooking with it or doing recipes anymore. So I'm trying to juggle a little bit by increasing the amount of recipes I put out per week and trying to do like one Ninja Foodi pressure cooker air crisper and then one other type of appliance recipe. And lately, sorry to say, it's been my oven because I've been making cookies for Christmas. So it's been my oven. I've been doing a lot of oven baking for the cookies because honestly, if you're going to make cookies for Christmas, you're going to make them by the dozen. And it's really hard to do that in the Ninja Foodi. Although Sunday's video is for peppermint, what are they called? Meringue? Yeah, peppermint meringues. And I do them both in the Ninja Foodi XL oven and the Ninja Foodi pressure cooker and air crisper with dehydrate. So, and they come out amazing in both. And they don't come out so amazing in your oven, believe it or not. They turn a little tannish color. And I wanted these to be like bright white. So, all right. So that's coming out on Sunday. All right, let's see. John says, right eye itching for females can indicate incoming news that may be of great importance shortly. I've gotten all kinds of news lately, John. All kinds of news. So we'll see. We'll see what comes my way. All right. All right, let's see. Let's see. All right. That's really interesting. Okay. I made you creme brulee for Thanksgiving. Half of them set up, but the other half didn't. And this is a sous vide recipe. So they're all put into little ramekins and they all sous vide at the same time. I have no idea why half would set up and half wouldn't. Um, the only thing that I could think of to do, and it might be a little late now, because it's been 5 days. So probably I would just toss them. But the only thing that I would have probably tried to do is sous vide them longer to see what was going on. I don't understand though why half would work and half wouldn't. Were they all poured from the same batch of custard? Yeah, that's really confusing to me. Feel free to send me an email, louise@thesaltedpepper.com, and we can troubleshoot that a little bit more. But off the top of my head, I have no clue why that would happen. I can't even think of anything that would cause that. Can you, Jeff?
Cause what?
Are you listening? He's not listening. See, he's not over there listening to me like I think, right? Somebody made the creme brulee and he's a creme brulee connoisseur. So, he might think this through differently than me. So somebody made a batch of the creme brulee, they sous vide them, and only half of them set up. How weird is that?
Yeah, it is weird.
Yeah, that is so weird. All right. So I'm going to keep going. Thank you. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dan, so much for the, I think they call them super chats. And our daughter loved your homemade egg noodles. Yay. Aren't they easy to make? Oh my gosh, they're so easy to make. Nothing beats homemade. Nothing beats homemade. And Wendy has mastered mashed potatoes. Thanks to Louise, which is hysterical because Louise has a really good recipe. There's this girl that she writes recipes under the name of the Salted Pepper. And she has a really good mashed potato recipe that works perfectly, except she doesn't follow it. I don't follow it. So I don't make perfect mashed potatoes all the time because I never follow the recipe the way it should be followed because I'm terrible at following recipes. I've never been able to follow a recipe. I'm lucky I can write one. And so I didn't make the best mashed potatoes. My sister started them off. I was giving her some guidance. Now, we did use the Ninja Foodi, but skipped some steps. We just didn't do it the way that I said to do it in my written recipe because we were just winging it and they turned out a little runny and they were good, but they weren't fluffy and perfect like the recipe. All right. So Michael's saying that I'm still using my old 2-lid Foodi. I do more pressure cooking in it than anything else. I'm starting to dislike the lid sticking up in the air while pressure cooking. Think I might get the 1-lid Foodi. Yeah, I'll tell you, I was a little bit I've got a cat climbing up my back right now, so hopefully I don't scream. Stop, Boots, stop. So, Jeff, get the cat.
Lucy, come here.
This is live, guys. This is what happens. This is what happens at home. I'm at home. Welcome to my house. Welcome to the farm. Now I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I was like in love with my 2-lid and Foodi, and I thought this 1-lid, it's nice, but I think I'm going to keep working with my 2-lid. Then I sort of forced myself into using the 1-lid. And now when I have to switch lids, because I'm going to use the 2-lid for some reason, because there are some advantages to the 2-lid models. There's more clearance when you're pressure cooking. So, there are some differences. So sometimes I will use the 2-lid model. And I'm like, oh, this darn lid, and it's like sticking up the whole time. And so, yeah, I do like the 1-lid. It's nice. It's convenient. And it's easier. Like there's not an extra thing to store, right? So it's nice. Oh no, Wendy. I'm sorry. Wendy is food processing for her dog. No answers yet. I feel like I'm watching her die, but the nurse to me is like, every sigh of hope. Oh, I know that feeling. I know that feeling. Well, my thoughts and prayers are with you, definitely. And it's hard. It's hard, especially when you don't know what's going on. Our little Gus was like on death's door when we got him. And the vet, the vet tried to tell me, I'm a nurse for those of you that don't know. And the vet kept telling me, oh, you're just lucky. You got a chill dog. You're just lucky. You got a chill dog. I'm like, dude, this is not a chill dog. This is a dying dog. There's something wrong with my dog and we need to figure it out. And finally they agreed to make the referral to a teaching hospital, a vet teaching hospital in Mississippi, right, Jeff? And we took him there. It turns out he had a liver shunt and it was not operable, but he's been on meds and special diet and he's fine. Like he's so good that I almost wonder if the diagnosis was correct, but I do remember how sick he was before this. So I hope you find some answers, Wendy, for sure. Okay. I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure, Christy, what that means. So maybe you could retype it. Maybe you're asking about how much does the course cost? That could be it. It's $38 is the course cost. I haven't run any sales to it lately at all. I may do something. I may do a special around Christmas time. I'm not sure yet. I'll tell you, there's so much in there. I mean, it has taken me so long to do all these videos that $38 is a pretty darn good price for everything that's in there. I mean, it's pretty amazing. And now add the community in and add me doing lives in the community. And it's pretty valuable. So it's worth every penny. I will tell you that. Okay. Okay. Oh, good. Robin's going to share something. She had emailed me about this a while ago. And it was about a solution to having your tuna salad or egg salad turn out watery. So she's found the solution. You can peel and chop broccoli stems and use that instead of celery. It's delicious. All right. Okay. Perfect. So the celery gives off a lot of liquid as it sits in the refrigerator, but the broccoli doesn't, and it will still give you that crunch. That's brilliant, Robin. I'm going to try that. That's awesome. My suggestion was just to use less mayonnaise and then sort of let it sit overnight and it won't be as runny, but that's even better. Add the broccoli in. All right. I'm not sure what that means, Wendy, the forgotten cookie recipe. I'm not sure. I don't know if you're referring to something. Hi, Sharon. How are you? Okay, Jacqueline, we've got a question. Louise, my question is, I'm looking for a replacement pot for my pressure and air crisper 8-quart model. Okay, you can find all the replacement parts on the Ninja Foodi. I'm not Ninja Foodi. On the Ninja Kitchen website. Is it the 1 lid or the 2 lid? Although I have a feeling they're sending out the same pots no matter what. But you can go in and you can look there and I can get it for you. If you want to tell me while we're live here, I can get you my link over to the Ninja Kitchen website for that pot if you want. So just let me know. Okay. So Christy, so that was your question. How much is it? Yes, it's $38 for the course. And the way I look at it is it'll save you that much money in ingredients and it will save you much more than that in like failed mishaps. And also you won't be buying as many accessories, I don't think, because I tell people like, just don't buy them until you know what you need, what you are running into obstacles with. Because I think when we get something new, we'll go out and spend money on all these accessories and then they sit in the cabinet. Like I've had that happen to me. So there's just a few things that are like going to make the Ninja Foodi work the best for you. All right. Okay. So John's also telling me about my right eye, which I'm really interested. It was itching. What if it's twitching? Which it was my left eye twitching. Tell me about that. What's that? Before I went live, it was just like this little twitch. So I have a spiritual advisor here, and John's a good friend of mine, but when he's live with me, he'll tell me what he's feeling, and I appreciate it. So I'm like, hey, tell me more, tell me more. All right. Oh, okay. We're back to the creme brulee. So this makes a little more sense. They were the same mixture, but two different cooks. So it appears that something went wrong with the sous vide on the second. Did you do them back to back? And the reason why I say that is because things will change when you do back to back sous vide cooking, and they could have actually overheated. And I would think that would be curdled though, and not just not set up. But yeah, so there's a couple of things that could have happened there if they were two different cooks. Obviously, one of the sous vide cooks did not go as planned, right? For what reason, I don't exactly know. But back to back does make a little bit of difference too. I've had that happen when I've accidentally shut off the sous vide. In fact, I was doing a video when I accidentally shut off the sous vide, and I thought I could just start it right back up again, and it doesn't work that way. It's really, I had to start the whole video over like the next day because it just didn't work. All right, let's see. Okay. All right. So the rest of your question, the number is OS 405. Will the Foodi 8-quart inner pot work? Let me look that up. Where are you, Jacqueline? Because it just occurred to me you may not be in the US. Let me look this up real quick. Ninja Foodi OS 405. Where are you in? That's not a model that I know off the top of my head. Let's see. $402, $405 OS. Well, let me look. I'll go through some of the other questions while I'm looking. So there's a quick start guide. I'm going to have to download this so I can actually look at what it looks like. The crisping lid. Okay. Yeah, the 8-quart will fit in this model. It is an 8-quart model, right? If you see me going close in, it's because I'm trying to read fine print here. It's the 2 lid. Let me see here. I'm just trying to verify that it is the 8-quart. Usually the ones that start with 4 are the 8-quart, but it's the OS that's kind of throwing me off here. And I'm just seeing the cooking sheet. I might have to do a little bit more research because I cannot get an absolute verification that this is the 8-quart, but I think it is. All right, I'm going to try one other thing real quick, and I'll get to some questions here. I could actually have Jeff do this for me, but probably just be just as quick for me to do it. So I'm going over to the Ninja website right now. And there's a place there. Their website is horrible. I will tell you, it is horrible. OS 405. Is that what it was? Replacement parts. That's so funny. They don't have the pot listed, do they? It's so funny. They have everything else. All right. You know what? I don't want to tell you wrong, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of research, but I am fairly certain that's the 8-quart, and all the 8-quarts have the same size pot. Even though the one lid, the pots are different, but when I ordered a new one, it was the same as the old one. But when I bought the original, it was a little bit different. Like the rim was thicker and stuff. So I think they work interchangeably. It's different because they're different weights and everything. But anyway, so Larry, that's a good little trick there. So Larry made yogurt and added a can of sweetened condensed milk so I can use the yogurt as a dessert dish. And a friend of mine said she adds a packet of Jell-O flavored yogurt. Interesting. That would be good. So Jell-O added into to make it a flavor. That's pretty good. I like that idea. Hi, Mike. How are you? Thank you. So I started watching your videos after getting my 6-quart Foodi about 2 years ago. Have you tested the Ninja Foodi 7-in-1 dual zone flex basket air fryer with 11-quart mega zone? Not yet. I haven't bought that yet. So I buy all my appliances, and so they're not gifted to me or anything like that. I'm not sponsored by Ninja or anything like that. So I haven't gotten that one yet. Think that just came out in the US not that long ago. It's pretty interesting though, because if that megazone works as well as the individual baskets, because Ninja makes really good air fryers, right? Really good ones. But as with most air fryers, there's limited space in them, especially the basket ones. So if you're able to open up and make a big area for air frying, that could be pretty handy. Now, the Combi does the air frying, and it's, rectangle and big, probably about the same size as the XL grill, the indoor XL grill that Ninja has for air frying. So like if I'm air frying a lot of things that are, and when I say air frying things, what I mean is breaded things that you want to have crisped up, and they need to be in a single layer in order to do that. The Ninja Foodi, you can only put it in the basket, same with the Ninja Speedy or the drawer, standalone air fryers. And the grill has a nice big rectangular one. So this flex basket is where you could do individual zones. So you could do 2 different things in the air fryer, or you can combine them and do one big thing. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool thing. They're big though. I will tell you, they take up a lot of real estate in your kitchen. They are big. They are probably, I'm going to venture to say they're bigger than the Foodi. What do you think, Jeff?
What?
Do you think the dual, the dual drawer air fryer, and I only have the 8-quart. Do you think that's bigger than the Foodi?
No.
No?
About the same size.
About the same size? It's a little wider.
Might be a little wider.
It's a little wider.
That much less space.
Okay, but probably, so about the same size. But now I have the 8-quart. The 10-quart's going to be bigger. And did you say 11-quart Megazone? Okay. So yeah, it's going to be big. Hey, Barbara, how are you? All right. Let's see. Thank you, John. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. He's saying the course is amazing. And let's see. Thank you. The highlights and the lowlights on my hair, I'm assuming, Wendy. Thanks. So Crystal, this is a good question. Looking into buying an immersion blender for myself for Christmas, just wondering, do you have any brand suggestions? Well, I have 2 different immersion blenders, but I can't really tell you which one I like better. I can tell you that the one I have, I don't like, which is why I have a second one now. So I wouldn't recommend the one that I bought, but I now just bought one of the ones from Ninja that is, it's got plastic on the end, but it does come apart for cleaning, which is super important, as I found out on my first immersion blender that didn't come apart for cleaning. Oh, that was a mess. So this comes apart so you can put the actual blending stick in the dishwasher. Now, the one that I have, the cats are like going crazy behind me. The one that I have now, it is so hard to use because you have to constantly keep your hand on the button, and it's hard to use. I think you have to do 2 buttons, push it and push it this way. It's really confusing and I don't like it. So now I have the Ninja one, and it comes with, there's like a beater attachment. I don't know the exact name of it though, but I haven't used it yet. But I'm pretty confident that it's going to be good. But check back with me. I'll use it. When I go back to work, I'll use it for some things, and I'll let you know how it works out. But I think it's going to be good. All right. Jacqueline, yes, I know the 2-lid. I'm going to look that up. What's Wendy, I tried that 200 degrees for the meringue cookies, and they turned beige in my oven. I even tried, I think, like 180 in the oven because my oven goes down pretty low. So I switched to dehydrate. No browning. Oh my gosh, I was so excited. Okay, let me just finish this search here because I said I would, and if I get too distracted, I won't. I don't understand why I can't find this model here. Products. Probably because they're not selling it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Excuse me, animals. All right. Ninja Foodi OS 405. Oh my gosh. Let's see. I just want to make sure it's an 8-quart, and then I'll send the link to what will work for you. Yes. Okay. It is the 8-quart. So let me grab the link. So, oh my gosh, their website. And this is going to be the link here. If I can get it. And this is going to be an affiliate link. You don't have to use my affiliate link at all. But if you do, I get a little commission. Let's see. Oops, I lost you guys. I clicked the wrong thing. Okay, I'm going to post that link right now. So this is for the 8-quart pot. Okay, so that will take you to the Ninja site, so you can at least see it and look at it, and that will fit. Okay, Wendy, I have a proper oven, and it didn't work. We're talking about the meringue cookies. I have a proper oven, and it didn't work. I tried it several times. Okay, yeah, Jaden's got another idea for the celery. Just keep it to the side and stir it in right before you eat it. That's another one. Yep. All right. Let's see. All right. John's telling me left eye twitching for women usually means good news, happiness, good fortune, go on vacation, meet a new friend, new clothes, etc. Good, positive for women. Yay. Always love that. Thank you, Christy. Gosh, I'm getting so many compliments. She's saying my glasses are beautiful. Thank you so much. All right, let's see. Oh, another one. Kenny likes my glasses too. Thank you. All right. You know, Wendy, I've never had a banana cream pie before. Can you believe that? But I do have a banana pudding that is really good. So I would think it's probably about the same, but I've never had a banana cream pie. I can't believe that, actually. All right. Let me scroll through here. All right. Let me get the course link here. I've got somebody asking for it if I can remember how to get to it. Isn't it terrible? I don't know how to get to my own stuff. Ninja Foodi online course. I'm Googling it. That's how Jeff found it the other day. There we go. All right. So this is the course information page. And what will happen if anyone buys it today, or in the, whenever you buy it, if you buy it, after you make the purchase, it will give you an option to enroll in the community. So make sure that you do that. Okay. Not that I can't get you in after the fact. I certainly can, but it's the way it works. So it's just, you just say, yes, I'm going to sign into that. And then you'll have access to both, because I don't know if everybody's going to want to be a part of the community. Right. So they don't have to be. All right. All right, Mike, I am embarrassed, but I don't remember what we were talking about, but it sounds like you got a good deal, $120. And what you really like is that you can cook the main course and the side dish at the same time. Are we talking about the combi? Oh no, the flex basket thing. Right. Oh, that's a good price. That's a good price. I'll have to break down and get it. I don't know if it's at Kohl's yet. I wait till Kohl's. I do the Kohl's thing because I usually have some Kohl's cash and I can stack the coupons and get 40% off and all that stuff. So anyway, all right. Well, Mike's going to have it delivered. You can tell us all about it. I'll look forward to that. And you know what, Wendy, I was just thinking about those, the meringues. But I use less sugar because, sugar's good, what's going to cause the browning and stuff a lot of the times. But I use less sugar than a lot of recipes call for. So, I don't know well, anyway, my recipe works perfectly the way that I do it. So it's coming out on Sunday. So it doesn't work as well in the oven, but it works perfectly in the Ninja Foodi using dehydrate or any dehydrator. Okay. Yes, Crystal. So Crystal's about the immersion blender. Yes. There are some that are very difficult to work. It's not something I want, but I'll let you know. I will let you know. All right, let's see. Oh, okay, Michelle. I want to make your stuffed peppers, but I like to have a sauce with it. I don't have a sauce with mine? That would be weird. Maybe because of the way that I make it, but I'll tell you, I have a really good recipe for a marinara sauce, and I think that I use the marinara sauce in there. So don't I hold back on some of it and pour it over the top when we're done? I'm gonna have to look because I just find it hard to believe that I didn't. Although I know my picture's horrible, I have to make that again. I have to reshoot that picture. Somebody told me it looks like worms and ants coming out of a pepper, and I kind of agree. All right, I got to look that recipe up though. Ninja Foodi stuffed peppers. Because I swore, I make everything in the bottom. We make it a little differently in the Ninja Foodi. Seasoning blend for the stuffed peppers. So 1¼ cups of homemade marinara or spaghetti sauce, which is divided in the recipe, which lets me know that you do put the sauce on top. Yeah. So you pour the additional marinara over the pepper. So it does have sauce. I thought that would be odd if I didn't do that. So yes, it does have sauce, and you could make extra marinara or use extra spaghetti sauce or whatever sauce you love, and then pour it over top either before you crisp it or after you crisp it. That's totally up to you, right? But the rest of the recipe will work fine. So I love these forgotten cookies. Like I've never heard them called that. Isn't it so funny? That is so funny. I don't make mine with chocolate chips, but that is so funny. Okay. I don't know why I've never heard of this. What are they called? Forgotten cookies. I've never heard of that. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Okay. Wow. So Crystal, I'm currently making carrot potato soup. I've put it in my Instant Pot under pressure for the 3rd time as of this moment. My veggies are still not soft. Any ideas for 20 minutes each time? Something's not right. And you're sure you're going under pressure, Crystal? Something is not right because those carrots, I don't even care if they were whole. I don't even care if they were the size of my wrist. Those carrots would be done in a total of 60 minutes. There's no doubt in my mind. And the potatoes too, no matter how big they are. So something's not working right with your Instant Pot, I would believe. And most likely it's something that is your liquid thin enough? And are you actually building the pressure? Because that is very odd, but I don't have an answer, a direct answer for you, but something is definitely not heating right. I can tell you that. All right, let's see. So there was a link put in by Pat for the library, but you guys won't be able to get there. It won't work unless you're signed up. So that's not that's if you are signed up, it'll probably get you there. But if you're not, it's not gonna get you where you think you're gonna go. I'm trying to. I think it'll just go. Let me see. Of course, I'm probably signed in. Let me go to an incognito window. I don't know how you guys put up with me. I really don't. Yeah, I'm signed in there too. Let me log out and then go to a new window. Even incognito. Yeah. So it's just going to tell you to sign into your account. So that's not going to get you to the course information, like where you can actually purchase the course. But if you've already purchased it, you can use that link. Okay, let's see. Oh, Gilla, that sounds so good. Mexican style. Yes, that sounds so good. I would really like that. Good night, Lynn. I'm so glad that you're using your Foodi. And I'm so glad I helped. That's awesome. Thank you so much. All right. All right. John has a question. How important is it to keep our release valves safety? I think we might be missing something there. So let me talk about this. I'm going to talk about the release valve, which is the knob that you turn that kind of floats in the middle on the Ninja Foodi pressure cooker and air crisper, and then you vent it by turning it to either the right or the left, because it really doesn't matter. When it's floating in the middle, that's the sealed position. So I watched a pretty famous person cooking on a short, like a reel, like a Facebook reel the other day. And I was shocked that she told people to throw a towel over it after you release it. I was shocked that she did that. That is not a good idea. That is not, I know people do it. Hey, it's your kitchen, it's your appliance, you do what you want. But I don't recommend doing that. I don't recommend blocking the release valve in any way. That means one of those diverters in any way, shape, or form. And the reason being is because the force of the steam coming out helps to disturb the surface of the food that you just cooked. So there's going to be times when this doesn't matter, okay? That yes, you could throw a towel over it. But if you have a fatty broth or something a little bit thicker, you could run into some real issues. And that's what I'm going to talk about right now. So the force of the steam coming out, imagine all these little trapped bubbles underneath the surface, okay? And they can't break through because we are under pressure. There's pressure going down on the surface of the food. So let's just say it's a fatty beef stock, okay? Or beef stew or something like that. And we've got pressure going down. They can't release. The steam cannot release. Then you say, flip the switch. I want you to release. And it comes out fast and furious, right? When you first do that steam release, it's like, psh, right? Okay. So that is breaking through the surface. All these little steam bubbles are breaking through the surface. Now, what if you say, I'm going to slow you down because you threw a towel over top or you had a steam diverter that was slowing down the process? I'm going to slow that down. You're putting pressure back, okay? You're creating pressure again. So some of those steam bubbles get trapped under the surface. And then your pin drops, you open your lid, you think everything's hunky-dory, you put your spoon to stir your soup, and you have an explosion of hot liquid all over the place. And that is because all the steam did not release. This can happen even if you don't cover your steam release valve, okay? But it is more likely to happen if you do. So I recommend that you let the steam out into your house. Just let it go. Let it fly. I know people have concerns about their cabinets. I totally get it. Put a towel on your cabinet, right? That's fine. Hang a towel over your cabinet and let it go. And then, the steam's going to absorb into the cabinets. I mean, into the towel. It's not going to get to the cabinet, but it's not going to block your release valve. I'm not sure if that's what John had in mind. Because it might have been something else about cleaning it, but I think safety is really important. And this comes into play when we're making our chicken stocks, turkey stocks, things like that, especially when you're using the skin and the fat, because there can be like a little fat layer that builds on the surface. And if you do a release and all the steam doesn't come out, underneath is superheated water, or superheated liquid. I shouldn't say water because obviously it's broth at this point, but it's superheated. And if you have to break through the surface a little bit and there's, this superheated liquid that has not been able to get all the steam out, right? It can boil up. I mean, it can be pretty serious. So anyway, and I hope I'm explaining this correctly, because as I think it through, I'm thinking, oh, well, would it really be steam? Anyway, it may not be down in there. It's not quite steam, but it is superheated liquid that we want all the steam to escape. We want the pot to settle down. And if you're doing something really fatty, or you can see a nice sheen on top, when you open your pressure lid, put your pressure lid back on, give it a little shake with the pressure lid on. That'll break up anything, let out that extra pressure underneath before you stick your spoon into it. Okay. I had this happen one time. So I know from it actually happening, where I tried to hurry things up and I wanted my pin to go down faster. I was impatient and I pushed it down, right? And it went down. I was like, okay, good, perfect. As it went down, the lid, I was turning the lid and it started lifting up on its own. And I was like, whoa, I was live too, by the way, when this happened. So I know things can go wrong. So follow the guidelines. Don't block your steam vent. Okay. All right, let's see. So, I have not made tamales in the Foodi, but it has been on my list for a really long time. I've never made tamales. Well, Jeff, did we try them one time? And I
never really did it.
I think I did a terrible filling. I think the filling was terrible. And so I decided that I needed help with that. I didn't have I don't know. I've only had one good tamale in my life, right? That I really liked. So I don't have a lot of experience eating them. So it's hard to create a recipe when I don't know exactly what I think everybody would love. Now, the ones that I had, I've been searching for again and again and again. So I can sort of, buy them, eat them, and sort of taste for the flavors that I want to put in. But as far as the technique goes, if you have a good tamale recipe, you can pressure cook them and they turn out amazing. I think we did, Jeff, one time. It's just the filling was terrible. And I don't know if I got the masa done right. But anyway, if you have a good recipe, you know how to make them, you can pressure cook them and they turn out great, or you can steam them in the Ninja Foodi, either one, and they're going to turn out great. I don't have a time for you, but I'm thinking I don't know. I don't want to say, because I really don't remember. And I don't want to say 20 minutes and then it turns out to be an hour, but I don't think it's very long for pressure cooking. And if you want to email me, louise@thesaltedpepper.com, I'm happy to look into that for you. And because I know some people in our Ninja Foodi Facebook group have made them, and I can look and see what their timings were. Okay, let's keep on going. Okay, so John wanted to know about keeping them clean. Okay. And I scared everybody with my don't block them. Okay. So yes, it is important to keep them clean. And one thing that you may not know, number one, the steam valve that we were just talking about pops off. Okay. So you can just pop it right off and you can clean it in the sink and pop it right back on. Perfectly fine. But underneath your lid on all Ninja Foodi pressure cooker and air crisper models, This is for pressure cookers, okay, only. Underneath the lid, there's a silver cap, and a lot of people don't know that that needs to come off and be cleaned. So pop that off. It can be a little bit tricky to get off at first. Use a butter knife, or if you have a fingernail, you can pop your fingernail underneath of it. And what I recommend is to take it off like five to 10 times. Take it off, put it back on, take it off, put it back on, and then it'll become easier for you to get off, every time. And also to clean the rings, you definitely want to clean those. I one time had an issue with some time leaves. I did an immediate release on something that I probably should have done a natural release on. And my time leaves, like through the force of everything, being released, my time leaves flew up and blocked an area underneath that cap. And my pressure cooker wasn't working right. And I figured it out why. It was that cap I needed to take off and clean. So yeah, it's very important. And you can clean your rings in the dishwasher. Okay. They just throw them in the top rack of your dishwasher and they'll work fine. All right. Let's see. That's awesome. So Michelle, that's probably one of the best comments. Love my foodie. Makes me feel like I can cook. That's awesome. But I bet anybody that's cooking with the foodie can cook with anything. Okay. You can. Because all it is an appliance that applies heat in either a dry cooking heat or a moist cooking heat or a dual cooking heat. So meaning steam and then a dry cooking heat. So you can do it, but it's kind of a little bit more fun when you do it in the foodie, right? All right, let's see. Oh yeah, Gilla, that's a good point too. I got burned badly by reaching over the pressure cooker and accidentally hitting the release valve. Yes, the steam is really hot. I mean, it's super hot. It really is. It's happened to me too. I've reached over and hit it. And if you just knock it down, like you just hit it down a little bit, steam will come out. So yeah, you do have to be careful with that. Oh, Christy, I do not want you to be terrified to use the pressure cooker. I want you to be confident using the pressure cooker. And by following safety, that is how you gain confidence, right? And in the course, there is an entire video explaining how pressure cooking works with the demos that are pretty cool, like to try to explain how it happens, because it's not magic, right? It's not magic. And as long as you follow the safety guidelines, and there's safety things built into the pressure cookers too. So, I mean, they're pretty darn safe. Okay. Maureen has a question. I have a 14-in-1 Foodi, which I will tell you, I don't know when it says 14-in-1. I know that means 14 functions. I'm thinking it is a one lid model, but I'm not positive because there's 14-in-1 Foodies that aren't even pressure cookers, but I'm assuming you're talking about pressure cooking. So, and it says it doesn't have a thermometer. Okay, so you can't monitor the internal temperature. So what temperature should you cook a leg of lamb? Well, how do you want to cook it? That would be my first question, because with pressure cooking, if you were pressure cooking it, you wouldn't set a temperature except high or low. And mostly we default to high for most things. So you wouldn't set it. You would set a time. But if you're air crisping it, I didn't do a leg of lamb, but I don't think. I do have a lamb recipe. Let's see. Mine I did air fryer. Oh, it is a leg of lamb air fryer recipe. So how about I just pop that right into the chat? I'll put that link in there and you can look at that, because that's going to be using the air fryer. Oh my gosh, that looks so amazing. I forgot that turned out so nice. Okay. And you won't need a built-in thermometer. Okay. Now, if I'm missing the point to your question, because there's a possibility that I am, just let me know, Okay, so Maureen wants to steam and roast it. You could do that, but you're going to have to send me an email, Maureen, Louise at thesaltedpepper.com, and I'll look at my recipe because I think mine's just straight air frying, but I wonder if I put some liquid in there. I don't remember. I don't want to take up the whole time going over that one recipe, but yeah, just send me an email and I will give you the guidelines of what I would do for it. Oh, and I'm at the end here. All right. But I don't have I didn't do a thermometer on mine. I don't use the thermometer, the built-in thermometer. I don't use that, Maureen, too much. Yeah, so I don't use that too much. Wendy says a meat thermometer is on her Christmas wish list. Oh my gosh, you have to get the ThermoPro. It is the best. It's expensive, but it is the best darn thermometer I've ever had in my life. It is so good. And I can put a link for it too, so you can check it out. Let me see. I just sent it to somebody. If I can find it. So I don't know how you guys even tolerate me and my over talking and distractions and getting links. Okay. I should have somebody help me with all this, but I don't know. All right. Here is thermometer link. There are two versions. This is the more expensive one, but it is so amazing. And it's waterproof and it works really well. But there is another one as well that's a little bit less expensive. And that is, there's a ThermaPen Classic and then the ThermaPen, which is the one that I just gave you. I think it's the ThermaPen 1. And so the ThermaPen 1 is a 1 second reading, which, believe it or not, that makes a difference when you're taking temperatures of meat and stuff, especially like when you're using the Foodi, you open up the lid and you're letting all this heat out. So the quicker you can get a temperature reading and close the lid, the better you are, right? Okay, Maureen's from New Zealand. Just send me an email, Maureen, and we'll get it worked out. I promise. Thank you, Leanne. Leanne says, because we love you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I need all the love I can get. Oh my gosh. I'm sure I'm annoying to a lot of people, but you know what? Oh, well, that I don't have to watch, right? All right. Any last questions before I go? And hi, Mary B. Monroe. I see you. Good evening. Any last questions before I hang up the phone, as I like to call it? Hang up the phone with my friends. And I'll just take a breather. We'll just have a little moment of silence. I hope everybody had a Thanksgiving. See, you can't even be silent for a minute. I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving if you celebrated it this past week. Hi, Betty. I don't know if I said hi to you earlier. I might have. I also don't have a very good memory. But if I didn't, hi. All right. We're just getting the good nights. All right. Getting the good nights. Yeah, John Jeff's home. We'll call you. We'll call you. Because we want to come to Australia. So Norma loves her ThermaPen. I do too. I love mine. I thought Jeff had lost his mind. I'll tell you the story because I'm cheap. And I never cooked with a thermometer before I started writing recipes. I mean, now I realize it is easier, but I never did. Like I always said, I can smell when it's done. You know, was my snooty self. And I never had a thermometer, right? And then I bought some and then they were cheap and they didn't work. They didn't last. I didn't think they were accurate. And I was just like, nah. So Jeff bought me the one that all the food bloggers have and everybody raves about, and they say how wonderful it is. And he gave it to me for Christmas several years ago. Like I opened it live in front of you guys, and I still have it. It still works great. I've dropped it. I've stepped on it. I've dropped it in the sink. It works perfectly fine. But I was like shocked because it was like $100 thermometer. I was like, oh my gosh. I have two now. One for my house and one for the studio because they are amazing. They're absolutely amazing. Hey, guess what we didn't do tonight? Is it going to work? It's not working. There, look. We didn't. Jeff, have you seen this? Look. I can do it again. Does that work? What is it? One.
Let me get out of the shot.
I don't think it matters. Okay, so one thumbs up, right? Okay. How did I get balloons? Guys, you're going to have to remind me. Okay, that's not working. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? And there's a way to get balloons, but I don't remember how to get balloons. How do I get balloons? Oh my gosh. I don't remember. Oh, well, I can't get balloons.
Don't do the naughty fingers.
But how do I do? No, it's not the naughty fingers. But thank you, Gilla. There is a way. Oh, right, April, right. 1, 2, ready? Ready? Come on. Both hands? Okay, let's stop. I feel like I'm playing rock, paper, scissors with myself. Oh, come on, balloons. Don't let me down. Don't let me down, balloons. Okay, I got fireworks. We got fireworks. Turn my hand.
There it is.
Do I get double if I do double? Oh, I get confetti. Jeff, look. This is the most fun. I'm doing this at the end of every live. Oh, I got balloons again. Oh, and confetti and balloons. Oh, we're having fun now. Love it. Oh my gosh. I feel like a little kid. I absolutely love this. I do not know how it works, Norma, but some people say that it's on Facebook, but it's actually through StreamYard, I think. Confetti. Balloons. Fireworks. Was that it? 2 thumbs up, fireworks? Oh, do I not know what I'm doing now again? I know I can give the thumbs up sign. All right. There we go. Okay. Now let's see. Fireworks. How did I do fireworks? Okay, fireworks. All right. 2 thumbs up is fireworks. We've got to make sure 2 peace signs is confetti. 1 is balloons. Fun. Christy, it's not an app. It's not an app. I don't know. It just started on the StreamYard the other day when I did my last live. I was just sitting here and I talk with my hands and stuff. So I was just sitting here talking with my hands and all of a sudden, I think it was maybe balloons started going or confetti or something happened. And I was like, what is that? And some people say that it happened, that it was a Facebook thing. So then I thought that YouTube viewers couldn't see it. So I asked, and then YouTube viewers were seeing it too. Now somebody says, do the heart. Oh my goodness. How do you all know these things? Where have I been my whole life? Oh, I love that. Oh, I just love that. All right. And John saying fireworks, can I do it this way? I bet there's a ton more things we could do. funny things. What can we do? What's happening? All right, I'm being a fool. But anyway, let's see. 2 thumbs, 1 thumb. Well, maybe it's just getting tired of me. All right. Well, listen, I love you guys so much. Thank you for another great live. And maybe I can figure out how to do some fireworks. No, confetti. I'll never remember. You'll have to keep me on track. Confetti's good. Thank you guys. You have a great night. And John, we'll talk soon, okay? All right. I'll see you guys next week. Tasty Tuesday. That means that Jeff and I are cooking. So I'll see you then. Bye.